CuteanimefiguresTV.
Hello everyone, welcome, and I'm your host, Craig, and today we're looking at Timescoop Hunter. So we're having a look at the documentary series Timescoop Hunter, and this is the figure of the main character from the Timescoop Hunter series. It's based on the NHK documentary Timescoop Hunter. So this is Yuichi Sawajima. I apologize if I couldn't pronounce his second name right. Well, anyway, so this is Yuichi from the Timescoop Hunter series, and yeah, this is a Figma figure of that character from the NHK documentary series. So let's actually get a closer look at this figure in our own video review and take a look at the accessories and stuff like that, and we'll jump into our final thoughts as well for it. And also we'll put him on display and we'll have a look at him on display in a display video at the end of this video review, end of this episode. So yeah, let's take a look at Yuichi Sawajima from the Timescoop Hunter series that is on NHK. So let's take a look. So here we are with Figma figure Yuichi Sawajima from the NHK documentary series Timescoop Hunter. So if you follow the Figma line, this is number 191. So just in case you follow the Figma line, that's what number Yuichi is. Yeah, this is a very interesting Figma. So this is made by Goodsmilecompany and Maxfactory in 2013, and yeah, this is something different, completely different towards all the regular Figmas that I normally review. You know, from anime girls, from high school type female characters and stuff like that, and ones that come with specialty weapons and stuff like that. But anyway, we're focusing on a documentary series from NHK, and this is Timescoop Hunter. So yeah, Yuichi Sawajima. I apologize if I get his second name wrong, but anyway, this is Yuichi from Timescoop Hunter. So the packaging for Yuichi, it's very nice. It's your normal standard Figma packaging. You got Figma here, we got it in blue. You got the, if you follow the Figma line, you got the number here. You got the sticker here which says NHK on it. It says Maxfactory at top. On the side here we got Figma, his name. Side there. Underneath, a nice photo of Yuichi there. And also on the top, got another photo of him there. And on the side there, looks pretty cool indeed. I haven't watched very much of Timescoop Hunter. I know it's a documentary series, and that's just about it. I have seen clips on YouTube of the show, or the series. But you know, when I found out that they're making a Figma of the main character from this series, I just couldn't believe it. But anyway, as we're looking at the packaging here, we've got different photos of him in different poses and stuff like that. You do get a comlink, and also the glasses there as well, and stuff like that, and have them in different poses there. So let's actually get this opened up quickly and have a look at the accessories and stuff like that and stuff. Now this is the first time owning this figure. I don't think anybody else has done a review on him yet, and this just seems to be one of the interesting characters stuff, and I do watch NHK, so just like all the other Figmas, it does include a punch out for a DI stage, which I've already said in multiple reviews for Figmas I don't have anymore. I don't use them very often. They just sit there in the packaging, so it just sums that up. Let's put this down here somewhere and continue on. I did cut the tape on the box so I can actually quickly remove him from the packaging, so I'm not wasting any more time. Anyway, so here he is in the plastic tray. Looks pretty cool. And that we've got two comlinks, and we've got the glasses here, the goggles, I should say. And you got another facial expression and another fringe piece here, so you can switch that out. So he's got his hair all neatly tied up, and then you got his hair like flowing. Yeah, it's fringed there. And the back there looks pretty cool stuff. Let's actually open this up. Hopefully we've got enough light here. So anyway, this is probably one of the very interesting Figmas I've ever looked at or owned. They're all unique. Most of them are based on anime, and this is something really different compared to other figures I own and stuff like that. Yet again, I'm going to start off with the Figma Ziploc bag, which is a standard thing for the Figma line. It's always standard. And there you go, that's the Figma Ziploc bag. Okay, what else we got here? We got the instruction manual, which goes in this little bag here. This will show you all the little things, all the hands and stuff. So we've got no facial expression there. We've got the hands, so showing you the things for the facial expression, how to put the goggles on and stuff like that. There will be tiny pegs on the accessories, I should say, so be careful. And also, it's the same thing. So in here we got hands in this one, down in that one. So let's open these hands up first. These are very interesting, even though there's no other accessories. So here's the hands, open palm hands and your normal grabbing hands and stuff like that. Very nicely painted and that. So very cool indeed. Got the base and stuff. So I'm just going to actually open this up quickly. And it looks like we've got a extra PC here. Yes, we've got this extra thing that's usually on Figmas that are they usually have long hair. That's what it's for on some Figmas. It's not necessarily used for other things, but I'm glad it's there. Just gonna get this opened up here. Just open it up here. So I can actually get this out. So like I normally do with every Figma figure, I'm going to check the stand, make sure it works correctly before I start playing around with the figure. So that works alright. That works alright. And some of them can be quite stiff, so okay, that's that. That looks okay. Yep, that works okay. Yep. So I'm just going to quickly build the stand. What I do is just connect it in place, and it is quite stiff a little bit, but not too much, because some Figmas can be quite stiff, you see. And there's the Figma stand, just like that. So now let's take out the accessories. It doesn't come with very much, so we've got plenty of time to look at the accessories and stuff like that. So here's the fringe part. The fringe piece here, it's very interesting. Now we've got the lower facial expression here. If I can just get it out of the packaging here. There we go. Now this is interesting. Yeah, this is definitely interesting. Got a really good sculpt on the face. You can see. It looks like the actor who plays the character in the show, the documentary series. And that's that, and we got the goggles here, and they're like wrapped up in this little thing here. Just down there, and they're very tiny. I'm just going to put that back in there. And obviously the little things are taped. And like I said, with a lot of Figmas, they do tend to come with tiny accessories and stuff like that. And when I say tiny accessories, I mean tiny accessories. I'm just going to pull out Yuichi here. Just going to pull in that. That's the Figma. I'm going to put him down there while I try and these little tiny tiny headset. These little comlinks. Comes with two comlinks, probably one spare, I believe, but yeah, that's that. I'm just going to put this down here somewhere. So here's the comlink. Look how tiny that comlink is. That's a very tiny accessory that you can possibly lose. And also, here's another look at another one. Yeah, tiny. Also, these are very tiny as well. And there is tiny little pegs on the visor, and the goggles, so that's very tiny. We got the figure itself, and it looks like we got some this thing going on here, like all Figmas have sometimes. So if you can get all this off, yeah, I'm just gonna move that around there. There we go. Okay, so we got the figure here, and it looks pretty cool indeed. Look at that. Look at the detail in the face. It looks pretty cool. Looks really, really nice as well. Also, there is little indents where the ears are for the goggles and stuff like that. A good sculpt to the uniform. It's very unique. We've got the backpacks already on the figure itself, so yeah. It's got all the Figma joints, and also if you look on the figure here, on the thing, got like a little watch, like a comlink watch there going on there, like kind of like a time travel thing. So very nicely detailed in that, and also on the backpack as well, and the uniform. This is a separate piece, by the looks of it. His belt. Got the logo there. So, anyway, articulation. Let's go ahead with the articulation. He has a ball jointed head. Kind of wants to go up a little bit, then down, then side to side. It's a little bit stiff. Also, he has ball jointed arms. They're kind of stiff as well. Kind of wants to go up there a little bit and out. He has Figma joints there. Also, his hand can go in and out, and a swivel. It's the same for the other arm as well. Not going to get that arm any further than where that piece is, so yeah, that's not going to go any further. It does turn there. It also has this cut here in the top part, abdomen, and also it does swivel at the waist as well. Also comes out here for the feet, for the legs, bends at the knee, also rotates at the ankle a little bit, then up and down a bit. He doesn't seem to have those toe joints, these, that some Figmas might do. And that, I think CuteCraig has that, I think. But anyway, very nicely detailed. Okay, I'm going to show you how to put the goggles on the figure. To do that, there's also comlinks as well. I'm actually going to put the goggles on first, so show you how that works. We've got these little indents on the goggles, and there's tiny indents on the side. I don't know if you can see it. There's an indent there in his ear for the thing, but I'm just going to put the goggles on here. Hopefully I'll put these on correct. So, here we go. First time for putting these goggles on. Yeah, it slots in there. Also, just slots in the other side. This is very fragile, these goggles. Very tiny. very tiny accessory. They're very fragile. I don't want to be flexing these that much. I'm just going to get these on here because these look very tiny. I'm just going to do this off camera because I can't really see to do them. So there you go, he's got the goggles on. Yeah. I'm just going to say they fit on there loosely. But once you got them on, just put them on there. So, anyway, let's actually continue and let's get those that comlink in the ear. Now it's two of them. It's two different ones. So there's this one and there's another one. I'm going to have this one in. If I can actually get this in here. I'm just going to move his arm around. I've already shown you the articulation, right? Yeah. These are the most tiny accessories that I've come across so far. I'll show you how to switch out the facial expression in a minute. Too. But first, this. I'm trying to think how I'm going to do this. Because it's so tiny. It just goes in there like that. Comlink. So there you go, you got that and stuff. It's pretty cool. I like that facial expression, it looks nice. Just stand. And here's the other one, facial expression. But now I'll show you the hands. I'm just going to switch out this hand here. And I'm going to have him with the one of the other hands, like he's checking his watch type of hand, his comlink. So let's get that there, got that. That's pretty cool. Got that, and you can have him posed with his watch like this, like he's gonna. He's gonna check it like that. That's pretty cool pose. He's got the other hands as well, so it does stand up. And that's so the other hands just work out the same way. So it's got this one. Let's try this one in the other arm. Like that. So it's got the other hand there. Looks pretty cool indeed. The other one has the same thing as well, so just ignore that. The other one has the same thing, the other expression, the comlink little notch, and also the goggles as well. I like him with his fist, and let's put that back on there. I like him with that one, and I like him with the other hand that I've got on him there. Just a very interesting Figma. It doesn't come with very many accessories other than little comlinks and stuff like that. That's the comlink there. The one kind of stays on there. I'm checking it around now, but it stays. Now, for switching out the facial expression, what we'll have to do is remove the little comlink and the goggles and stuff like that. For the Figma, I'm going to have to remove the little comlink first. Just one tabs out there, and the goggles just kind of tab out like that. And all you do is pull the face off there. Also, this piece is removable as well. So you got that piece on there. The other facial expression. That's in there like that. And we've got the other one. So we got that there, where he's got his hair. I like that. That looks like a really good look for him. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that on because I think that looks really cool. It's like trying to do the flowing of time with that hair expression there. So it looks like he's like gonna be, gonna travel. I like that. That's a pretty good look for him, and that facial expression as well. So you get a little hair piece, and also another facial expression. These are the standard ones on the figure, and that's we're going to put those goggles back on the figure once again. I'm just going to attach these on here if I can actually get them attached to the figure, of course. I'm just going to do this off camera. So they really do attach on there really, really well, the goggles, and they are very fine, than plastic, but they actually do fit on him quite well. So that's a good thing. Isn't it? So yeah, that looks pretty cool. We got another comlink here. We got another one This two. I don't know which one to go. Don't know which one to go for. I think I'll go for this one. Yeah, we'll go for this one. So the little comlink just clips into the ear. If I can actually get it to clip in. Give me a few minutes to clip this in, and we'll be right back. This can be very frustrating. I'm just going to make sure this is in correctly. So with these accessories being this thin, they are kind of a pain to get in. And with them being that tiny, you can easily lose them. So another thing. So, I actually finally got the comlink in. They are very thin and tiny, like I said a few minutes ago. They are very, very tiny, and also there is tiny pegs on them, which you could easily break. But once you actually tab it into his ear, it's not gonna fall out. That's if you tap it in really properly, like this. I'm shaking him up and down, and the comlink's not gonna come out unless I unpeg it out, and that's a really good look for him, with the hair flowing down in front of his eyes and in front of the goggles as well. Let's get a good look at that. There, it looks pretty cool indeed. I love that facial expression. And the goggles as well. You can have them without the goggles, and if you look at him far away without the goggles on, you're not going to see those little tiny nubs inside of his head. So you're not going to see that even if you got his goggles on or off. So that's really cool. A really nice accessories. That's a good head sculpt as well, and the belt's really beautifully detailed. He's got all his time traveling gear and stuff like that, and his backpack as well. So let's actually put him on this stand, and then we'll get him posed in like a time traveling pose, like he's looking down at the watch and planning his course to go somewhere. So yeah, it looks pretty good. This is one of the most interesting ones I've had for a while, so yeah, it's nice. The backpack is non-removable, by the way. If they did a small removable backpack, it probably would have been too many small accessories, but it's nice that it's sculpted to the figure that you're not going to be playing around too much with it. But it looks really good, so yet again, the hair looks nice and detailed. So let's actually peg him on the stand, and I don't know why they went for another one of these things here, but he doesn't have any long hair, but anyway, I can go with it. And yeah, I'm gonna take this off here because I don't want to break the stand. So I'm going to remove that and do it this way, so I don't remove the, so I don't end up breaking the thing. So okay. Because I know some of these Figma figures can be really thingy on these stands. In fact, I'm going to do this off camera for a few minutes. If you guys just stare at this stand there, I'll have this on here. It's same with every Figma figure that there's always seemed to be some kind of thing where the stand's going to peg in, but it's quite difficult to peg in. So that's why they include other extra things, the stand, which will peg in or not, I do not know. I just don't know how long it's going to take me to peg this thing in here. Come on, peg in. You have to really screw this thing in to the back of the figure. It's the case with every Figma figure, I suppose. It's so stiff and it's so hard to get the thing actually into the figure. By the way, it's kind of it goes in there and then it doesn't want to. But I'll have it back on there. I'll see you in a few minutes again. Okay, so I've got the thing attached to his back as far as I can get it in. Sometimes this occurs quite a lot with Figmas. They were so stiff to peg into the back of the figure, but once you actually get it attached in there, it's not too bad. Let's attach the stand now. So let's attach that to there. So and we can just bring it down. Like that. Kind of try and play around to get him in a position you want. Get his head in a good position. Get his arm. And also here's the thing with his watch. So he's gonna check his watch. So he's gonna do some time travel. Gonna bring this here like that. Kind of bring that down. So it looks like he's on the floor, not there. Alright, there we go. That's that. So let's move these accessories off to the side. So it does come with two comlinks, everybody. Two little things and one pair of goggles. Another facial expression and another hair piece. So that's the accessories he comes with, and a pair of hands. So that's that. Let's just kind of get it on here. You don't really get a lot with him. So let's kind of zoom in here on the figure itself. So oh, good look. There we go. So as you can probably see, it looks fantastic on the stand. I'm not too sure why they included a extra piece that usually it's for those that have long hair and or you know, in obvious places where you can't get the stand to peg in. But yeah, with the hair coming down in front of his fringe, in the fringe part, looks pretty cool. It looks like a wind effect, like he's going to be going somewhere, or it's just windy where he is. I love that type of effect for the hair there. There's a standard version of it, obviously, but it's just normal. And you have the other facial expression as well. You can choose between both of them. And that it looks really good. The details are there on the figure. The accessories can be very tiny, and also you can probably lose them. That's another thing I'm just going to mention. And that so they could be very easy to lose. Kind of the similar situation that you might have with Cobra. The reason why I'm mentioning Cobra, because he has those, if you remember the cigars, they are very tiny indeed as well, so they're very tiny. So I'm going to jump into my final thoughts in a few minutes and stuff for the figure. So I'm just going to pack things away, and that's if I can find the other things as well. So yeah, Yuichi is very unique. Obviously, it's a very unique figure. You don't get very much accessories. You get a few hands here and there. You get flat palm hands, and you get hands that you can have with things, you know, weapon hands and stuff like that. That are present. You get a Figma Ziploc bag as well. You get some instructions as well as the stand. That's always included. So yeah, all the accessories are the goggles, the two little comlinks. You get those with the figure. Obviously you do. So that's pretty much as far as accessories go for this character or this figure. So you don't get very a lot, but he is an interesting character, and he is poseable. The stand, the extra piece that attaches to the stand can be very fragile for pegging into the back of the figure. That's how most of these stands are for the Figma line. But some of the newer ones, they are very, very stiff. So they are very stiff. So watch that out. Yeah, watch out for that. But overall, he's just a really nice, cool figure. Done a really good job on the character for the likeness and stuff like that. That's there. But there's not many accessories, that's all I can say. There's only a few. So, Yuichi will fit perfectly with all your Figma figures. There's not much I can say about it. So let's actually jump into my final thoughts for the figure, and we'll just end it there. Okay, final thoughts for Yuichi Sawajima from the NHK documentary series Time Scoop Hunter. Just going to zoom out here for a minute and set this going. So Yuichi is a very interesting figure, very interesting character. It comes with an extra fringe piece, so it looks like it's blowing in the wind. It comes with interchangeable hands. It comes with a Figma stand, which is standard. It comes with an extra piece for the stand. It also comes with the goggles, 2 intercoms, which are the little comlinks that fit inside his ear. He does have nubs, 1 in his ear and 2 at the side on both expressions as well. Just wanted to point that out. Overall, really good figure, really nice to pose, and he looks really cool indeed. So I have no problems with him at all. It's definitely a cool figure to have, and it's definitely a really interesting one to add to anybody's collection. So there you go, guys. This is a look on Yuichi Sawajima from Time Scoop Hunter. Yeah, again, I just want to apologize if I can't pronounce his second name right. But anyway, overall, really good figure, good articulation, good sculpt. His stand works out really well. Even though the stand can be quite stiff sometimes with some of the Figmas. The details on the watch and everything else, the uniform, the backpack, which is non-removable by the way, interestingly awesome. Definitely a cool figure to add and stuff. So there you go, Yuichi from Time Scoop Hunter, and he's number 191 in the Figma line, just in case you follow that line of Figmas, because there's different numbers on different characters in the different waves. But overall, it's an interesting character, definitely worth picking up. It may not have a huge assortment of accessories, it may not have weapons or anything like that of the sort, but it's an interesting character and just a really cool figure to have, and I definitely highly recommend him. If you have seen the documentary series and you know what it is, yet again, just a really nice character to add to your Figma collection. And yeah, definitely pick up Yuichi from Timescope Hunter. Until next time, see you guys very soon. Until then, he does actually have the logo there on his uniform. I just wanted to point that out as well before we go. But anyway, definitely pick this figure up. It may not have a lot of accessories, but it's a really good character to add to its Figma collection, and I'm glad I picked him up, and it's very interesting. So until then, I'll see you guys very soon in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Until then, and arigato and sayonara. And here's a nice display video of Yuichi on display. So yeah, it was a really awesome figure, so definitely recommend picking him up. So here we are with Yuichi Sawajima from a documentary series, Timescope Hunter. Yeah, it's Timescope. Yeah, Timescope Hunter. Anyway, here he is on display. So here's Yuichi. Now you can see the figure here. It's very dark in this cabinet, by the way, but it is here. Probably see close up on that. The figure. There you go, there he is. Looking pretty cool. So that's all my Figma figures on here on this display. And hopefully we can review plenty more in the future. And thank you so much everybody out there for watching. And I'll see you in the next episode. And until then, until the next Figma review.
CuteAnime